feel when you call my name, say my name, baby.
How about that? Hello, everybody. How you doing? Thank you very much. Thank you. You're very kind. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, girls. OK, well, hello, it's Saturday night. Welcome to the Jonathan Ross Show. Thank you so much. Cheryl Cole, ladies and gentlemen. Why not? How about that? To start the show. What a great week it's been. Isn't it great when one big event unites the whole country and everyone's happy and excited and cheering and punching the air with joy? Isn't that great? Yeah. Not the Paralympics. Parents celebrating the kids going back to school. It's like, yeah! Yeah! At last! But, of course, the Paralympics have been incredible. Haven't they been great? Genuinely inspiring. I mean, really, it's such a great summer for sport, but what a wonderful ending to it. There was, of course, one moment of controversy in the Olympic Stadium. I think you know the man I'm talking about. George Osborne was booed in the stadium. I think that's the greatest moment in British sport history right there. How unpopular do you have to be to get booed at the Paralympics, right? It's like the most upbeat, positive event on earth. They're booing you. Apparently, Oscar Pistorius broke the world record chasing him out of the stadium. Now, we've all been enjoying the Olympics, and I'm excited because there's talk about a follow-up now. It's been an Olympic year, and there's another big event coming. Do you know about this? The Animal Olympics is coming. I've got fingers crossed they get this off the ground. Do you want to know what it looked like? Yes. Would you like to know what it'll look like? Let's go over to the hamsters practicing right now at the velodrome. There you go. They're both fine, OK? A woman discovered her boyfriend was cheating on her after finding another woman's knickers caught in her Henry the Hoover. The actual Henry the Hoover, that's not a euphemism for downstairs. I'm saying it's the... She only became suspicious when she saw the look on Henry's face. You see? Well, there she is. We've got a packed show tonight. We've got some great guests. And, of course, we have music at the end of the show from the beautiful and talented Ms. Cheryl Cole. There she is.
How do you think I feel when you call my name? You got me confused by the way I change. How do you think I feel when you call my name? Say my name, baby.
Wow. Thanks, Cheryl. And that is just a small taster of what we have to look forward to. Cheryl will be chatting to me and doing a whole number at the end of the show as well. So it's worth sticking around for. Let's have a look at the other guests we have on the programme for you. My first guest is quite simply the king of the West End, the king of musical theatre. It is Lord Andrew Lloyd Webber. Hello, Andrew. Would you like to hear what a successful career sounds like, ladies and gentlemen? Let me tell you some of the highlights here. An Oscar, a Golden Globe, 4 Grammys, 7 Tonys, 7 Oliviers, 14 Ivan Novellos. Incredible, isn't it? That is remarkable. The only prize left to complete that list is gold in the 5,000 metres in Rio. And the nation is behind you, Lord Andrew. Let's start the training now.
You'd be lucky.
Lord Andrew Lloyd Webber, ladies and gentlemen, he's here on the show. I'm delighted he's on. Because he's not just come alone, not that that wouldn't be delightful, but he's brought along with him the cast of the newly revived musical that's going to be touring stadiums up and down the country. They're going to be performing a song from Jesus Christ Superstar. We're going to have them on the show, and I'm going to chat to them a little bit as well. It's Tim Minchin, Mel C, and Jesus himself, Ben Forster. There they are. Lovely to see you. And Tim, so nice to have you on the show at last.
Yeah, it's good. I've been in this bit quite a bit, and, but yeah, I didn't quite make it to broadcast last time.
Well,
I hope not to do anything wrong.
Okay, we might cut this bit out as well. And Mel is Mary Magdalene. We have Jesus is Ben and Judas is Tim. For those who don't know the story, and I'm sure most of you do, there might be some who don't know it. We should call them, to put them in Spice Girl terminology, it would be like Tarty Spice, Holy Spice and Traitor Spice. The cast of Jesus Christ Superstar. There's 3 stars of the show. They're going to be coming, performing and chatting as well. We have another guest. My next guest is the king of the pranksters. He's one of the most original comedians in the country today. He's a star of the award-winning film Four Lions. It's phone jacker himself, Kayvan Novak. It's Kayvan. Hey, Kayvan. Who knew, under the phone jacker mask, there was such a handsome man? You've got matinee idol looks.
Thank you.
Kayvan has played so many prank phone calls, annoying people up and down the country, he's had to change his number so many times, haven't you? So many times. It currently is 077 I'm sorry, Kayvan. Kayvan Novak on the show. Let's say thank you to Kayvan again for coming, and then we'll... And you've already met, he's going to be my final guest tonight. She'll be performing for us at the end of the show, but also chatting with me first. It is, of course, the fabulous Cheryl Cole! Let's just clarify, before we get on with the... Cheryl, you were involved, everyone read about this, you were involved in a little car crash recently.
Yes.
You look fine, I just want to check that everything is OK?
Absolutely fine.
Because you had the sling on for a while, didn't you?
It was actually more painful wearing the sling than to just not.
And is William... Will.I.am... Is Will.I.am OK as well?
He is. He's wearing a neck brace, but he's fine.
OK, because I heard he took most of the brunt of the crash.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that even his peas have black eyes. as a result of the crash. Cheryl Cole, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming on the show. It's a thrill to have you here. Thank you. All right, let's get my first guest out. It's the greatest musical maestro of our time, Lord Andrew Lloyd Webber. Here he is. Lovely to see you again, sir.
It is not bad to see you either.
Well, you're looking fine health and fine form, but you've been away, haven't you?
I've been away. I've been all over the place.
Where have you just come from?
I've been in Barbados, where I've been having a great time finding Dorothy's for the Wizard of Oz
just
for
looking
America.
for Dorothy's wherever you go.
Yeah, and there were loads of Dorothy's there, and that was all fine. And I've been in Mallorca, which I love, and that's about it.
Just and working in Mallorca as well, or was that just a holiday?
I was working, actually, writing the beginning of my new show.
I mean, let's be honest, writing music, and that's not really work, is it? So it must be, I suppose... But you can do it almost anywhere you go, can't you?
Yeah, funnily enough, writing music, in a way, isn't work, you know, but it's the construction of the shows that is. But, you know, I'm
producing and putting the nuts and bolts together.
Them all together, yeah.
So you're working on a new thing. Before we talk about that, though, let me ask you about the run-up to Jesus Christ Superstar coming back, was the TV series we had on. And I noticed on that show they didn't call you Lord Webber.
Well, Lord Lloyd Webber is extremely difficult to say after 6 o'clock.
Lord Lloyd Webber.
And I prefer to be called Andrew. I just wish I really... The Lord bit is just a waste of time.
Lord Webber, I don't know how close you are, but socially you do know Her Majesty the Queen.
I have met her, yes.
Well, I've met her. I met her at a Royal Variety show when I was in the lineup afterwards. She went, "Who are you?" Well, you know, sweetener isn't...
Well, she didn't say to me the last time.
But didn't she come over to your house recently? Didn't you have a sort of social evening?
Well, we had... we played her the song that I wrote for the Jubilee with Gary Barlow, and she was staying with some friends down the road, and... They came down, they came over, and
it's a very nice holiday inn, isn't it? I believe there's a lovely holiday inn with a suite on the top. It's beautiful, and you get the carvery thrown in. She loves the carvery.
Rather smaller, but we had a very funny evening, and we did a few songs for her, which I knew she liked, and it was very informal, and it was just a load of friends, really.
I love a lot of your musicals, but I mean the one, and we're going to get onto Jesus Christ in a minute, because I think that probably is. I didn't realise until there was a TV show that's going back, and I dug it out again and listened to the tunes, how much I love some of the music in there.
Well, thank you. I mean, it was never really written as a musical. It was a rock album. And in this country, it came out as a musical 2 years after it was issued.
You started working in what, late 60s, early 70s?
Late 60s. very late
69,
60s.
something like that?
69, the first single came out. Complete stiff in this country.
What was the first single then?
It was called Superstar,
So it
from
was the big song.
rock opera Jesus Christ, it was called then, and then it became Jesus Christ Superstar because it was a vague hit around other countries in the world. But we've never, ever done it in an arena form.
And this is the way you've always wanted
Well,
to do it?
I just love people to be able to see it here in the way that it was originally kind of conceived, because it got shoehorned into the theatre, and I always felt, you know, it's like kind of constrained, you know.
Yeah.
And it was fabulous when it was in, you know, in America, in the first arena. Whether people will like it is another thing, because it's quite modern and quite tough.
Do you seek out the young lyricists that you enjoy the work when you've seen what they've done, or do people come to you and say, I would love to work with you? Here's
Well,
my
the
work.
thing is that lyricists in the theatre are so few and far between. I mean, that's why it's, you know, incredible for me that Tim Minchin is playing Judas. I mean, Tim Minchin is probably the most talented new lyricist and composer on the scene. With, I mean, he wrote Matilda.
Matilda, the big West End hit there, which is transferring to New York next year. And if you've been to see that with your kids, you'll know when I say it's unmissable as a family show. It is. You've seen Matilda then, I guess?
I saw it, and I wrote Tim a fan letter and said, let's have lunch. And he suddenly said, you know, the one thing I'd like to do is to play the role of Judas Iscariot in your Superstar. And I thought, really? I mean, it can't be true. I mean, this is the, you know, he's the, you know, Tim Minchin, great comedian, fantastic new kid on the block.
He's got the hair already and the beard, he's ready to go.
Well, I said, well, if you really, really are serious about it, let's get round a piano. And we did, and he's here.
Now, you are, I know, I've been reading up on you, you're a big wine man. You love your wine.
I have a small collection, yes.
I heard it's a huge collection.
Yes, yes.
Worth more, you could bail out Greece with your wine collection.
Well, probably.
Although that's probably not saying much, God bless them. Can you really tell the difference between, and I'm always intrigued by this, between a kind of a good supermarket bottle of wine and one of these wines that costs hundreds, if not even thousands of pounds?
Well, you know
really,
what?
Do you think you can really tell?
You know, they make wine so well now, cheaply, that it's very difficult.
Yeah. Well, listen, we have some wines. We've got a sommelier in from a local restaurant. That's a posh word for the wine waiter. We've got a sommelier. He's bringing some wines in. He's going to give us some wines to taste.
Good.
Because I don't know, and I wonder whether we could have a wine-off.
Well, we could. This is a kind of Cliff Richard stitch-up.
In which way?
Well, you know, the famous wine tasting where his wine was put in with a whole load of others, which he made his rosé.
And he tried it.
And he tried it, and he said, this is the worst wine I've ever tasted.
It serves him,
90% sure that's true.
serves him right for making the worst wine he's ever tasted. You haven't made a wine, have you?
No, I certainly haven't.
No. Do you have
No,
okay, well, look.
Where's
this
the sommelier?
Well, the sommelier's coming out now. If you'd like to come out, sir, I think the name is... Will is the name of the sommelier. William is going to come out. He's a trained wine... That's for you. We're going to do it through hack. Well, OK, first of all, so we can't cheat, we've got you... I've got an iPad, you've got that as well. That one, yours says Lord on it. William, would you tie mine up for me and make sure... God, it's like being out with Christian Grey. OK, that's lovely. All right, so here's my hat, which was... There. OK, and Will's going to put some glass... Get your straw near your mouth, Lord.
Yep.
He's going to put the same wine in 2 cups, so we can sample it. We'll say whether it's good or bad, and you give me an idea of what kind of vintage it is and what kind of cost it'll be. William, will you give us the signal when it's ready to drink?
Certainly.
Will you get a move on as well, please?
Right.
So, Andrew, everything's OK. We're just trying to...
Yes.
Don't,
No,
have you...
I'm absolutely ready for this.
OK, have you filled his tank?
Dear.
I haven't had a drop yet, and you're pouring all over the floor. OK,
We can't taste it.
How does this sound to you? This tastes quite nice to me. Share some of mine. What do you think? I would say that was a red wine.
Could be.
Is this a good
It's
wine?
not bad.
OK, it's any
quite
good. Will
nice.
you reveal the bottle, please, William, and tell us what we're drinking?
Yep.
The Vita Nova is one of...
Is it really? Wow.
Let's have a look at
He
it.
had to study for years to be a sommelier. Is it a good one?
It's perfectly nice.
OK, OK. So, hats off. Let's move the hat. Keep your iPad on. Keep
Yep.
your thing. We'll blindfold ourselves again.
Yep.
He'll give us a new wine.
I'm going to keep my towel round me, I think.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, William. Should we drink some? Oh, that's not as good as the
Tell you
last
what,
one.
it's got what they call tannin in it.
Yeah, I don't like this one.
It's not ready. That's the problem with it.
Let's have a look. I don't like that one.
I'm not too
Is
happy
this
with that.
Can you
I mean,
guess
look-
what it is? Is this expensive or cheap?
I would guess that this is the wine that, you know, will get better in about 10 years' time, and therefore it could be quite a good one.
So buy some, lay it down.
Well, let's have a look at the bottle and see.
Do I look a bit like a pirate? or one of Duran Duran's wild boys?
I'm right.
What is it?
This
Look,
retails
is
at
this a-
£380.
380 quid?
Yeah, Mouton.
This is 1983.
You can just look on the bottle. It says it there, William. 1983.
Well, this is not ready.
It's not ready.
Well, give it to us about 2 hours later.
You think it'll be better later?
Yeah, it would
okay,
be,
leave
yeah.
that. Okay, we got one more? Okay, one more. Blindfold on. Okay, so William is going to give us our wine, and we're going to try our third wine.
Ooh.
Oh, sounds like the audience likes some. Wow, I like the smell of this one. It's fruity.
It's Tizer. I think it's one of the most disgusting things I've ever tasted in my life.
Tim, is this...
Somebody take it away.
Andrew, take your mask off.
Yeah.
It's, this is what you're drinking. You ever tried WKD before?
Well,
It's fine.
Is this
another
Australian
couple of-
wine?
Another couple of years will be perfect.
another couple of decades, I give it.
Lord Andrew Lloyd Webber, Tim Minchin. Tim, stick around. Sit down there. Thank you, William, our sommelier. We're going to take a break, but I'm going to invite Mel C and Ben Forster to join us. We'll be chatting to all the cast, as well as Andrew Lloyd Webber, and have a tune from the show after the break. Don't go away. It's okay. Welcome back to the show. You know Lord Andrew Lloyd Webber here, but joining him now, Ben Forster, Mel C and Tim Minchin, ladies and gentlemen. OK, so let's go down to Tim. So, Tim, we were just talking about Matilda. Congratulations on Matilda. I know you've been to see Matilda. What a fabulous show. 7 Olivier Awards.
Yeah,
It's incredible.
it's been right.
But I think you've written something which will be like a classic. Do you not think, Lord Webber? I think it'll be like a classic
think it's
family musical.
I think it's one of the greatest musicals that I've seen in the last 20 years. Really,
Wow,
really
that's incredible.
fantastic.
High praise indeed.
Now he tells me.
Mel C, ladies and gentlemen, it's Mel C. Everybody's favourite Spice Girl. Come on. The one who can sing. Mel, congratulations on the Olympics. Wasn't it great to see the Spice Girls back together? It was lovely.
It was amazing. I think that was actually the best thing we ever did in the whole of our careers as the Spice Girls.
But I remember the Brits. When you did the Brits years ago, that was quite a
That
big
was,
night.
yeah,
as well.
that was momentous as well. But it was, the Olympics were incredible. But the whole country, you know, it was, this summer's been great.
And is there a chance, I mean, obviously, you're just about to go into this mini tour, this arena tour, but is there the chance you girls will get together and do an actual tour or some more one-off gigs?
I don't know. I really don't know. Every time we do something together, we think it's the last time, and then great opportunities come up, so who knows?
Ben, congratulations on discovering your Jesus.
Thank you.
I mean, that must have been quite some experience going through that on the show.
Oh, my God, like a massive, epic, terrifying experience from beginning to end, really. And a massive risk as well. Like, you know, it was a risk for me to do that, and one I'm really happy that I took now because it kind of worked out well.
You've been in musicals before, though, haven't you?
I have, yeah. I've done a few
nothing-
West End shows and, you know, had a few record deals that didn't really work out and stuff. But this was just a really amazing opportunity, and, you know, I really love this musical. I really love the part, and that's kind of the main reason I went for
Ben,
it.
you've got the part. You don't have to keep... It's OK.
No,
Just relax.
Yeah, honestly, I love it, yeah.
And you, I guess... Look, I said you. And you. And you, Lord. I'm sure you are thrilled with this talented group that you have. And you've got Chris Moyles playing Howard as well.
We have, yes. I'm absolutely delighted. It's a fantastic, fantastic cast we've got. And really, what more can I say other than we just want to get on now, don't we?
Yeah,
get
get
on
out
stage.
Yeah. And it starts... Is it the 23rd of September?
21st.
21st
of September at the O2, and then we go all over the UK and Ireland at the best arenas that we have in this country.
And you must have played some of those arenas before, haven't
Yeah,
you?
I'm excited to get back to them, yeah.
Any plans to take it on after that, or are you going to wait and see how it plays first?
Well, we'll see how it plays first, but I think there are plans to take it to America, to Australia, you know. I mean, it's such a first, this. I mean, none of us have really been involved with anything like this.
It's going to be exciting. I can't wait to see it, and I'm
It's so
hoping...
exciting, honestly.
Yeah.
It's the most exciting thing.
Wow, I can't wait. OK, Lord Webber. Do you ever sing the revisionist lyrics that we all grew up with?
What, Georgie Best, superstar, walks like a woman and wears a bra.
Yes.
That one.
OK, we're going to have a song, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful song. Let's say thank you first, though, to Tim, to Mel, to Ben, and to Lord Andrew Lloyd Webber. You guys want to get yourselves ready to go? This is going to be great. Thank you very much indeed. Are you going to stay here and enjoy it with me?
Yeah.
OK. We're now singing Everything's All Right from Jesus Christ Superstar. It's Mel, Tim, and Ben.
Try not to get worried, try not to turn on to problems that upset you. Oh, don't you know everything's all right? Yes, everything's fine, and we want you to sleep well tonight. Let the world turn without you tonight. If we try, we'll get by, so forget all about us tonight. Everything's all right, yes.
Woman, your fine ointment, brand new and expensive, could have been saved for the poor. Why has it been wasted? We could have raised maybe 300 silver pieces or more. People who are hungry, people who are starving, matter more than your feet and head. You're not saying we have the resources to save the poor from their lot. There will be poor always pathetically struggling. Look at the good things you've got. Think while you still have me. Move while you still see me. You'll be lost. You'll be so, so sorry when I'm gone.
Sleep and I shall soothe you, calm you and anoint you, mouth for your heart, forehead. Oh, then you'll feel everything's all right. Yes, everything's fine, and it's cool and the ointment's sweet for the fire in your head and feet. Close your eyes and relax. Think of nothing tonight. Close your eyes and relax. Think of nothing tonight. Close your eyes and relax. Think of nothing tonight.
Fabulous. Thank you, Mel, Ben and Tim. Good luck with the show. Thank you, Lloyd Andrew Lloyd Webber. Join us after the break. I'll be talking to the very funny K-Van Novak and the gorgeous Cheryl Cole. Don't go away. Welcome back. Thank you very much indeed. OK, it's time for my next guest. He made his name as the Phone Jacker before becoming the Face Jacker. He's made me laugh so much over the years with so many funny shows on Channel 4. You might not be familiar with him. If you're not, have a look at this.
If I'm honest, Mary, I never thought that relationships is something I got a problem with, you know? I have been married a few times, OK? I do like the ladies a little bit on the young side,
Right. Well, I mean, I'm getting a very strong impression that you're not prepared to work at relationships.
You could say that, yeah. Get him pissed, get him lying, get him breakfast, get him out.
Poor woman. The man of 1,000 faces, all of them funny. It's Kayvan Novak. Come on. Kayvan Novak, you wouldn't think, seeing that monstrous, is that just... Take a seat. It's, I think it's, we've dried the wine up.
OK, good.
Seeing you as... Is that Terry Tibbs?
Terry Tibbs, yeah.
Terry Tibbs. That's a monstrous look. Who knew there was
monstrous?
Such a...
He's very handsome.
But there is a handsome man underneath. He's a good-looking boy, ladies and gentlemen. There you look. But you didn't start doing comedy, did you, Kayvan? You didn't start doing comedy. You were a straight actor to begin with, is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, a rare thing indeed.
How did you make that move, then, from...
Well, I kind of... Thank you. I kind of started off doing... I went to drama school, and then I got an agent, and the first part I got was an assassin. In a two-part ITV drama, I was trying to kill Ross Kemp.
I think we have a picture, I think, of Ross Kemp. And so those were the kind of parts you were getting offered?
Yeah, I was getting... Well, so the first part I played was an assassin from the Middle East. The next part I got was a suspected terrorist. He was innocent. He was innocent. Then the third part I got was a doctor, which was... And then I played an orphan who was he was a thief. That was on Family Affairs, which made me huge in Norbury, I have to say. Me! You're on Family Affairs! I'm like, yes, I am, yes. Mate, that's my show. That's my show, yeah. And they cancelled it.
But your family's Iranian. You're from Iran, which
yes, from Iran.
But I guess you would get kind of generic parts.
17th in the Olympic table, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah. The 17th is pretty good.
Yeah. It's not bad. My dad was like, hey, you should mention that Iran came 17th in the table. Not a lot of people know this. You know, it's always negative stuff. Say something positive to John. I love you, Dad. Mr. Jonathan, hello. It's better when I've got the tits and I'm black and it's just... Yeah.
If someone didn't know what you did for them and said it's better when I've got the tits and I'm black, they would think that was just like the weirdest statement anyone's ever made.
This is ITV, I forget.
Okay. There you are.
Very
now,
nice,
what is the name of that character you play there?
That's Augustine.
Tell us a bit about Augustine's backstory.
Okay. Well, basically, I was brought up in Uganda. Thank you. Now I have to go back to being me, and it's not as good.
It's funny. Where do you base the characters on meeting people and listening?
Yeah, you know, a lot of the characters came from Phone Jacker. And for those of you that don't know what Phone Jacker is a prank call show where I do lots of prank calls in different voices. And it takes a lot of prank calls to end up with a good prank call. I mean, you can just pick up the phone and, you know, call someone up and leave a 20-minute message on his answering machine. If you want.
I'm not sure whether this is a territory we want to go down.
Well, I don't know. They're thinking about it. They're thinking about it. Shall we? Shall we go down that road? Shall we go down that road?
So how did you make the move, though, from being a straight actor and getting the pick of all the terrorist and thief parts to becoming a comedy guy?
Well, I got to a stage in my career where I got this part in this film with George Clooney.
Wow.
Right?
Which film?
Yeah.
Which film?
It's called Syriana. He actually won his Oscar.
It's a great film. I love that film.
It's
With
a
Mark
good film.
Strong. It's a great film.
Remember me in it?
No.
Well, basically, you don't remember me because I was in the first 6 scenes of that movie. And then George Clooney blows me up. Which is fine. I didn't take it personally. I mean, you know, that was my part.
Yeah.
I'm playing an arms dealer opposite George Clooney. And 7 months later, I'm on CBBC.
That's That's not the direction you want your career to be going with.
No. Then I'm like, right, I'm just going to start making some money doing voiceovers, right? Because I can do all the accents.
Yeah, you do them great.
So I was trying to get into voiceovers. Hello, my name's Kay Van, and I'd like to do voiceovers, please. Sorry, books are closed.
No one's interested?
No. So then I'm like, well, I'm going to do something a bit mad. So I called up the BBC as Kevin Spacey. He just moved to London to run the Old Vic, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So Kevin Spacey's over here running the Old Vic. Close your eyes. And Kevin's really sitting here right now.
That's pretty good.
Thank you.
That is pretty good.
So I did it. Oh, thanks.
That is a convincing Kevin Spacey.
All right. So I call up the BBC as Kevin Spacey, and I leave a message on the answer phone saying, "Hi, you're not going to believe this, but my name is Kevin Spacey, and I'd very much like to work at the BBC, perhaps do a radio play." The next day, I'm on a date in Camden, right? My phone rings. Hello? Hello, Kevin? Hi, who's this, sorry? Oh, hello. You called us regarding wanting to do some work at the BBC. I am the secretary for the head of radio drama at the BBC. Wow. We were just talking about you doing Richard III. Okay, can I call you back? So basically, by the way, I should say that I was recording all of these conversations.
Yeah.
So then I set all my stuff up and I called them back. I'm like, hi there, it's Kevin Spacey. And she's like, oh, Kevin, hello, yes, the head of drama would love to talk to you. So I'm like, okay. Hi, how are you? Oh, hello, yes, yeah. Kevin, yes. So, you want to talk about, yes, So he's given me, like, yes and no answers for about 15 minutes. No, I'm just like, this guy is not convinced I'm Kevin Spacey.
I see.
He's not buying it.
Yeah.
And I'm sweating. I'm like, this is the worst thing I've ever done. This is going to be a disaster. And then I'm like, so? After 15 minutes, I'm like, right, I'm going to hang up now. But it was like, so, Richard III? He's like, yes, Richard. I'm like, right, I've got him now. And it was, and then we talked for about 25 minutes after that. So basically, I was Kevin Spacey for about 40 minutes. I'm like, this is too hard, man. This is difficult to keep this up.
Yeah.
But then I did it. So that was like the first kind of peek into the stamina that you need to do this kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know? And then I was suddenly committed to doing Richard III.
So you've got Kevin the gig?
Got Kevin the gig, right? So Kevin's got the gig. But K-Van ain't got shit, basically.
No. K-Van's in trouble, really.
K-Van's in, yeah, he's in deep doo-doo, right? So then I started just calling up random places. Like I remember the first proper prank call I did was I just got the phone book and I called up an electronics store. And I said, hello, do you sell Duft? And he's like, sorry? Do you sell Duft? What's that, mate? Duft, you know, Duft player. Duft, to watch Duft. He goes, DVD. I'm like, Duft, DVD, Duft. No, I'm sorry, I'm not understanding what you're saying, mate, to be honest, you know what I mean? You're foreign and you're talking in a funny way, and it's really winding me up right now. I'm like, yeah, I'm onto something.
You
Yeah.
knew you had it?
Yeah.
OK, it's great with you. I love Phone Jacker, I love Face Jacker, and I particularly love Four Lines. It was a tremendous film, but also a great performance by you.
Thank
really,
you.
genuinely great
Thank you, bro.
Mr. K-Van Novak, ladies and gentlemen. Good stuff. Thanks, Dave. Good stuff. Join us after the break. I'll be talking to the fabulous Cheryl Cole. Don't go away. Welcome back. Thank you very much. OK, let's get my final guest of the evening out, ladies and gentlemen. She is the nation's sweetheart, whether she's singing, judging, or just flicking her beautiful hair in super slow motion. We can't get enough of her. It's Cheryl Cole. Lovely. Come and have a seat. You look fabulous, of course. Wow, that's a very lovely, and I would have thought quite risky outfit you're wearing there.
Really?
Well, is it not a danger things could...
Oh, no, we've got that covered.
You've got tape on?
I have.
Lovely. I know, what a shame. You look fantastic, of course. I was when I heard about the accident, I thought, oh no, this it could be bad news for us because you might not be able to make the show. That was my first selfish thought. And then I thought, poor thing, she might be injured. Can you talk us through what actually happened?
I'm actually absolutely fine.
Good.
Will has a neck brace on, but he's also
But
fine.
he wears weird stuff all the time
Exactly,
anyway.
it's fashion for
It's
him.
one of his voice outfits. I thought.
Somebody just told me, actually, he's been wearing his dicky bow tie over
On the neck
the neck brace.
But and you were working together in the studio? He's producing you at the moment, or were you working on new material?
Will is actually part of my management team. So, yeah, we work together often.
Okay, and what were you doing that night?
Just recording some music.
Okay. quite late at night together in the...
Yeah.
Okay. And then he's driving you home, because you don't have cabs over there, and he... and you stopped for a bit of something to eat.
Yeah, McDonald's.
Because you just got... sometimes people get hungry, munchy late at night, so
Well,
later...
you do, when you're in the studio, you often have munchies or comfort food.
And then Will is driving, and he loses control of the car, or he's not paying attention, or...
He talks about space a lot, and recently his song was beamed back from Mars.
That's right. It was played on the thing called Curiosity, I believe it's
Right.
called. It's actually on Mars as we speak, which is an incredible moment of human kind of achievement.
Yeah, first time a human voice is being heard from Mars.
And for some
it would
reason...
have to be Will, obviously.
Why did they go with Will? No disrespect, but that's a kind of a... who did he pay off for that?
Honestly, if you sat with Will for like an hour, that guy is fascinating, super intelligent, and likes outer space things.
So he's smart anyway, and he loves the
very
idea of
smart.
space travel. Will he go...
Absolutely.
Is he one of the guys who's going to buy a ticket on Richard Branson's spaceship?
Yes, I believe he already has.
He's already got a ticket.
I think so.
I hope he's not driving.
Maybe.
Because that would end badly for everybody. He wouldn't make it to the moon. You look fabulous, and you look, you know, I don't know, but you look relaxed, you look pretty happy. You seem
Yes.
to be in quite a relaxed place right now.
I am.
Okay, and why is that? Is there someone new in your life right now?
It's you, Jonathan.
Is it me?
Yeah. You're making me feel very comfortable and
I'm
relaxed
sure,
right
I'm
now.
sure. Well, who could blame you for that? Are you single at the moment? Do you consider yourself a single person, or do you consider yourself in a relationship?
I have a single out right now. It's called Under the Sun. Out this week.
In other areas where the word single is used, would you consider yourself a single girl in other ways?
I am having a lot of fun right now.
You're having a lot of fun?
I'm a very happy person, yeah.
Okay, you're a happy person, you're having fun. You don't consider yourself specifically tied down in one relationship with one young man, with anyone at the moment?
Who?
Who's that gentleman there?
I don't know, but he's handsome.
Yeah, he's good looking guy. He looks happy and relaxed as well right now.
I'm sure he is.
Anyway, so America, you're in America a lot of the time. You don't live in America, do you?
I don't.
You live over here still?
Yes.
But you're over there a lot, I guess, for work. How well do they know you over there? Because there was the big story, of course, that you went out there to be on the X Factor.
Right.
And then that didn't work out.
Yes.
Was it because of your accent? That's what was reported.
No, that was not because of my accent.
Why was it?
That's something you'd have to ask Mr. Carroll.
Well, he's not here.
Exactly.
So old Botox Billy,
Yeah.
right? By the way, are you still speaking to him? Are you friendly with him?
I do talk to him every now and again, yeah.
But the other part of the question was, are you still friendly with him?
We're frenemies.
You're frenemies?
We're frenemies.
Okay. Because he's had too much done. He looks like my pug.
I know nothing.
So you don't know what it was. So you're out there and it just didn't click. Because I can understand, because you have got... I mean, we can all understand you, because we hear people with all the different accents from all over. You know,
Right.
I've got a strong accent, you've got a strong accent.
Yes.
We're all used to hearing them. I guess in America they're not, because sometimes they don't understand me over there.
Sometimes we don't understand you here.
And I find when I'm in America, I speak more slowly.
Yes.
Do you do that? Do you change the way you speak so Americans can get you?
I don't, actually. I feel like they need to listen harder.
Okay. That's good. They should do the work. We could perhaps announce it, because it's an exciting new project that you've involved yourself in, I believe.
Yes, did you hear about it?
Because you've been teaching Will.i.am a little bit of Geordie, haven't
Right,
you? How good has he got?
He's getting there. I've made him some discs and...
And this is going to catch on. I think you're thinking of doing this commercially, aren't you? And I think you've already been sending this out to people.
I have.
OK, and we have a taster tape, which we can show you now. This is Cheryl Cole. It might be coming to a store near you.
My Canny Linguist course will teach you Geordie for every occasion. Whether buying a drink in a pub, choosing your kebab or cheering on the tune, my course has got the Geordie for you.
Hi, I'm Gino Da Campo, and I didn't speak any Geordie before Shadow CD. Now I speak Geordie bloody good. Come in, you burn like a lassie.
Before Cheryl's CDs came into my life, Geordie was just a mystery to me. It was just a noise. I spend most of my time on Biker Grove utterly confused.
But her CDs have taught us all we know. I'm actually from Berkshire, but now...
We're now at your target boot.
Away! Come on the tune!
I think that's going to catch on. I think there's a market for that. Who knew? We should point out that isn't actually a genuine product, more's the pity, so you can't buy it, isn't that right?
Shame.
OK, so you've got a single out, we know that. You're in a relationship with your dancer, we've established that. You survived a terrible crash. What's happening with you and Girls Aloud? Let's deal with that, because I know that you've been seen out with some of the girls. Everyone would like to see you girls doing some more dates, maybe a tour. Is that going to happen?
It's crazy because it's 10 years since we formed this year.
Doesn't seem possible.
November, 10 years.
Yeah.
So, yes, we're going to celebrate that.
You are going to do something?
Yes.
And so it's 10 years now, so when will we see the five of you back together?
Very soon.
Before Christmas?
Could be before Christmas.
I know I haven't seen this, and I don't know if it's finished or what, but you are bringing out a book. You have written, or
Yes.
you are writing your autobiography?
It's just finished.
So you finished it now? OK, and that will be out before Christmas, I guess?
That will be out in October.
And are there, obviously, I guess you can't go to this, but are there any kind of bombshells or revelations? Can you give us a hint as to what things in that book we won't have known about you before?
I mean, I don't talk a lot, you know, so I wouldn't say bombshells or exposes, because that's not the reason why I did the book. I'm just sick of other people's shit, to be perfectly honest with you, and I wanted to say my own shit.
Your side of the story?
Yeah.
Because I guess a lot of people have said they know you or stories about you and so on and so forth. So it will be... And how kind of revealing will it be about...
Just honest.
Okay.
Just honestly, just the truth from my perspective and not everybody else's, or not tabloid headlines, or not, you know.
And do you worry about... Obviously, if you're telling your story, there are going to be other people involved. You know,
Yes.
you're going to talk about the marriage and what went wrong there and
Right.
so on and so forth. Do you run it past... Did you tell Ashley you were writing it? Did you show him what you were doing? Or...
Yes.
And he's read it?
I mean, I didn't have to. It was my choice to, but, yeah, no, I let him know it was happening.
So you're on speaking terms still, then?
Yes.
It's very decent of you to show him. Did he ask for any changes, or was he happy with the way he came out of it?
I mean, it wouldn't have mattered if he did, to be quite honest. I just thought it would be nice that I gave him a heads up, so...
So he can leave the country for a while and just...
So maybe 2 weeks before.
Because you're very well loved here.
Thank
And
you.
you know, very well loved here. Yeah, and it's nice, and I think it's deserved as well, because you're a lovely woman and you're a talented woman, and to go something through like that was as public as that is difficult. Must have
Right.
been horrible for you, and I think people felt protective of you over that. So I guess they're keen to see what you have to say about it, because they feel involved.
Right.
That must be strange, I guess, though, the level of interest we have in your personal life.
It is. I mean, and it definitely was during the time. But I just kept myself out of that because it doesn't involve me, if that makes sense. It's about me, but I can't let that into my head. So I think that's how people go crazy.
Yeah.
So I choose to just not really read into what everyone else is thinking.
Because you can't control what they're going to write about you anyway.
Exactly.
pretty much.
I mean, exactly.
You seem to be in a pretty good place right now. You seem to be pretty happy, pretty sorted with things, the way things are going.
I'm very happy.
What's the... do you have, like, a plan, a year plan, a 5-year plan? Do you think ahead like that?
I used to, but not now. Not since I got malaria and all that stuff. I don't think like that anymore.
And was that because you realised things were just out of your control?
It's out of your control. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I mean, you can have an idea and you can think you might want to do that, and your life might go completely that way.
You'll be driving home from the studio with someone...
And you might crash into a parked car.
The idiot. What did you say to Will when he... So this is it. So, right, move over, OK. So here's, hold it, right-hand drive, left-hand drive. What's that? He's this side, isn't he?
Yeah.
OK, so... Yeah, I tell you what, we had a good time. Tonight's gonna be a good night. Come on, Cheryl, I'll take you home. What do you want? Whoa, that's it, what? What did you say? And he's going, oh, my neck.
And
What
I
did you
said
say
to him, well, that was a stupid thing to do.
Poor Will. Before you go and form, would you let him drive you home again?
No.
Never?
Never.
Okay. Cheryl is going to perform for us right now. It's the new single. It's called Under the Sun, and there's a very special production going on. It's going to look spectacular, isn't it? It's going to be great. When does the tour start?
The tour starts October 3rd.
I can't wait to see you perform.
Thank
you
you
so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
She's going to perform in just a minute, but for now, will you join me in saying thank you to the spectacular Cheryl Cole, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you so much. Thank you. You warm up now. Thank you. Cheryl Cole! Thank you to all my guests tonight, not just Cheryl, but of course all of them. Next week I'll be joined by Liam Neeson, Claire Balding will be here, and Justin Bieber, and we have music live from The Killers. But now to play us out with a new single, Under the Sun, it's the fabulous Cheryl Cole.
We all get lonely days, get stuck in a phase. I can see the sun is shining bright, right on through the haze. I complain and say, is this really my life? Now that I'm over you and I'm sober too, I can finally feel alive. I won't give you my heart, 'cause it don't break twice. Just to let you know, if you play the part and play it real nice, maybe I'll let go. I'll let go. I'm sure you tell me anything under the sun, like how you think I'm special and the only one. 'Cause normally I probably just get up and run, but you're looking so damn good to me under the sun. Under the sun. Are we on the same page? Don't need to play all these games just to get a little. Feel the sunshine on my face. I got paid today. Is this really my life? Now that I'm over you and I'm sober too, I can finally feel alive. I won't give you my heart, 'cause it don't break twice. Just to let you know, let you know. And if you play the part and play it real nice, maybe I'll let go. I'll let go. I'm sure you tell me anything under the sun, like how you think I'm special and the only one. 'Cause normally I probably just get up and run, but you're looking so damn good to me under the sun. Well, do you get what I need? Could you show me something that I want to see? And maybe you could get underneath. If you watch the sun go down on me, go down on me. I'm sure you'll tell me anything under the sun, like how you think I'm special and the only one. 'Cause normally I probably just get up and run, but you're looking so damn good to me under the sun.
Cheryl Cole, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Cheryl Cole, fabulous. What a great single. Here, you have this. You shouldn't get wet. Cheryl Cole.
This weekend, based on a novel by Daphne du Maurier, two men who look like they could be identical twins live very different lives. But a walk in each other's shoes takes a turn for the worse tomorrow. The Scapegoat brings brand new drama at 9. After the news tonight, though, Pierce Brosnan is back as Bond in The World Is Not Enough.